Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you a few minutes about recipes. As some of you may or may not know, I am a professional chef. I did go to culinary school, but just because I am making it does not mean that you can't make it. The recipes that I am showing you or will be showing you are very easy and anyone can do them, whether you're a chef or not. That is one of my favorite things about the recipes that I have found, is that I can very easily give someone the recipe and feel good about the idea of them going home and using what they can find to make it work for them. So one of the things that I've noticed is that a lot of people are buying things that they could easily make at home. I will give you a couple examples of this. When my boyfriend and I go shopping, we go shopping on the same day every week. One thing that we use a lot of in this house is cheese of the shredded variety. One thing that a lot of people do not think about is that by buying a block of cheese and shredding it yourself, you are not only saving money, but you are also saving yourself carbs. When you buy prepackaged cheese and pre-shredded cheese, it's actually coated with a little bit of a starch to keep it from clumping together in the bag. And even though cheese may say 0 carbs, that does not mean that it is not 0.9 carbs. See what I'm saying? They can get around it. They can totally get around it. So it's really just knowing that when we buy a block of cheese, I come home and I shred it that day. In fact, we just went today and I shredded a whole block of mozzarella and a whole block of cheddar. So now that kind of sets the pace for the rest of the week. It's really easy to throw something together, make a cauliflower mash, make really anything you wanted, any sort of a casserole. You already have it made. If you want sliced cheese, just buy a block of cheese and slice it yourself, keep it in a bag. You know, it's really not that difficult, and at the end of the day, you are going to save yourself some money. Another idea that I have seen is for people that do eat the P3s. I don't know if you are all familiar with that, but it is a little package and it has some cubed cheese, again, cheese that is coated in starch, some very processed deli, I believe it's ham, I think they have ham or turkey or maybe even chicken also, and then some nuts. And they do have P3s that have things in them called nut clusters, which is basically just little sugar bombs, totally unnecessary. But the rest of it is pretty healthy. You're getting a lot of protein and some pretty decent fats with those almonds. My concern is that I think they're like $2, maybe even $3 a piece at the store, and it would be very, very easy to find yourself little containers and just set yourself up so that you can just open up your refrigerator and grab one of these containers that you've made on your own. You will save money. You can put any cheese that you want. So if you don't find a combination at the store that you like, go ahead and get Monterey Jack cheese and then get a Chipotle turkey. Get whatever you want. And then you can mix it in with nuts. And if you don't want almonds, you can put in macadamia nuts. For those of you on the keto diet, that'll put a little bit of extra fat and healthy fat oils into your diet, and really just customize them and make them your own. Another thing that I have seen are fudgesicles. People have been buying fudgesicles and they think that just because a product says no sugar added, that it is low sugar, and that couldn't be further from the truth. No sugar added simply means that they have not taken any refined sugar and added it into their product, but it does still usually, for the most part, have sugar in it. So for the case of Popsicle brand fudgesicles, they do still have quite a bit of sugar in them, and with sugar comes carbs. And so what I have found works for me is you can get Greek yogurt. I believe I was using Oiko's 000 brand. You can get the chocolate kind, and you can mix it into a dish with a little bit of 100% unsweetened cocoa powder just to give it a little bit more of a chocolate boost, and literally mix it up and pop it into a popsicle mold. If you want it to have a little bit of a creamier consistency, you can add in a little bit of milk or heavy cream for those of you that are on keto diet. And you can go ahead and pop those in the refrigerator or the freezer rather, and they come out so creamy, and they've got that that texture where you could bite into them and sort of let it melt in your mouth. They're also very, very cooling for summer. And while I'm on that note, you could actually do that with basically any beverage that you want. You could make iced coffee popsicles. You could make iced tea popsicles. Pretty much anything like that. I do recommend, if you're going to go the tea route, to brew the tea yourself. That way you could sweeten it with your own non-calorie sweetener or low-calorie sweetener, or honey, or whatever fits you better instead of whatever you're going to find in the store. Another idea is to use something like these, sparkling ice. I am actually trying this for the first time today. I do not believe that carbonation will stretch your pouch in any way. There is a lot of scientific backing that proves that it will not, but if you are worried about that anyways, or if carbonation just does not fit well with your stomach, you can still freeze these into popsicles. That way you are getting that sweet taste without any of the carbonation. Really great ideas for summer. Summer's coming up. What's better than a popsicle? And actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, you could even do that with watermelon. Granted, that is going to give you some more carbs, but if you did want something sweet and you didn't want to go like a baked pastry type route, which good for you if you don't, I would cut up a couple pieces of watermelon, put them into a magic blender or any other sort of a blender really, add just a couple of tablespoons of water and really puree it until it's a nice smooth texture, and just pour that into a popsicle mold. If anyone else has any other ideas of what you could do or make on your own as to save money, time, and your health, please let me know in the comments below or contact me on Facebook or on Instagram. Thanks guys, I'll see you later.